So that's the big announcement, huh? You two broke up. Well, a baby wasn't going to help that anyway. And you know, let me tell you, you're a little better off because he was a bit of a drama queen.
No, stop. No, you come into my house and you insult me and my boyfriend who...
That is a clip from ABC's Modern Family, a strong beneficiary of so-called DVR viewing. A novel new agreement between broadcast networks and a major media buyer may change the way ads are bought and sold. It could end up being a big shakeup, and Stephen Perlberg is here with the details. So explain to me this whole idea of the difference between the C3 and the C7.
Sure. So this has been a long-standing battle between advertisers and TV networks. The idea is that with the rise of DVR and video on demand, people are time shifting their viewing later, and networks want full credit with advertisers for if you are watching a show a few days later and receiving those ads. So the long-standing, or at least for the past few years, has been C3, which is 3 days of time-shifted viewing. That's what the ads are based on. But now networks have reached a deal with Group M, a major advertiser that represents about a quarter of the US TV market, to shift that to a week of time-shifted viewing in the upfront negotiations that will continue in the next few weeks. So the question will be whether the whole market will follow like it did a few years ago when Group M reached the C3 deal in 2007, and it looks like that actually is pretty unlikely.
That's unlikely. That's interesting.
It is interesting because Group M in 2007 really said this is going to be the norm. They made a major purchase and that moved the entire market. The issue now is there are a lot of advertisers that don't care about days 4 through 7, or if they're essentially getting that for free right now.
Right.
You've got, let's say, like a movie studio. Do they care about an ad viewed on Monday when they're trying to drive box office figures on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Right.
That might have value, but what they're going to say is, look, if we're going to sign a C7 deal, you have to make it worth our while. So what you would likely see with these C7 deals is a significant price drop.
Yeah. Now, okay, yes, people's habits are changing. You look at some of the more popular shows on the broadcast networks, and we have a graph here for you. How the viewership goes up on these shows as you have more days involved. I get that. Are more people watching the shows, or is it the same number of people that used to watch before the era of DVRs? They're just spreading it out. I mean, I would think if I was an advertiser, I'd say, look, I'm not paying you. You're not giving me more eyeballs. You're just giving me the eyeballs at different times.
That's right. So someone who is watching the show on days 4 through 7, the question is, are they even getting the ads, right? Because they can skip through it. Now, so that's something that is a dynamic that is very much in play in the negotiations. The other thing is that advertisers right now, if they've done C3 deals, they're getting days 4 through 7 and beyond for free. What is their incentive to sign a C7 deal? The other complicating factor is that it's not such a great time for networks right now. The upfront market looks like it's going to be, for broadcast networks, down 2 to 3% in spending. So it's a buyer's market, and what is going to get an advertiser to then say, yeah, I'll sign this deal that you want to do, unless they're seeing a meaningful price drop.
Yeah. All right. As always, it's a negotiation.
That's right.
Excellent stuff. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.